Would you rather be dead? Would you rather die here? No. What did you want to be, Raymond K. Hessel? The question, Raymond, was what did you want to be?
Answer him, Raymond. Jesus.
Get up, get up, get up, get up.
Check. Hey, what's going on, guys? Trail 7 Reactions. My channel, I don't know if you're new to my channel or if you know, or if you're here from, one of my subscribers, but I usually do reactions to music videos, rap artists, some rock, metal, country, all that stuff. Reactions are about getting interested in new music, but also giving you my perspective and point of view on music that I like or music that I might not like. It is what it is. But I also do, sometimes I react to funny stuff or cool tools or people doing really cool things, and interviews. I like reacting to interviews. I like doing interviews. Sometimes I have people on. Sometimes I'll do a Zoom call and we'll react to something together. So that's always fun. I'll have somebody in studio. But today, I've done a couple Tupac interviews, I believe. Now, I've gotten some good conversations going in these interviews, so I really appreciate that. Whether it be good or bad, I try to keep it as respectful as possible, but I'm also not going to take, like, somebody talking shit to me and I'm not going to say something back to you. Like, we're not going to escalate it, but I'm certainly not going to let you be like, yo, man, fuck you, bro. I'll be like, dude, chill. Relax, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can comment and have fun without being disrespectful, so let's try to do that. This interview was on Arsenio Hall. This is 1993. I mean, shit, I was, 96, I was 18, 19, so I was like 15. I probably was just starting to get into Tupac, too, around Strictly. And this is the interview around 1993 on Arsenio Hall. He was doing Poetic Justice, the movie. And, yeah, so let me switch to my small screen. I did a video just a second ago where, like, I had the mute button on the desktop audio. It was only about 20 seconds in, so I caught it, but here we go. Take 2.
You all probably remember him from Juice, but let me show you a clip of his latest work.
What's your name?
Lucky.
Lucky.
She's like,
Come here, Lucky. I want to whisper
Lucky.
something to you.
Okay, bro. He thought he was gonna kiss her. She's like,
Let's cut the bullshit, okay? Now, what do you really want from me?
yo, and I said this last time. There was I don't know if it was a rumor or it was actually true, but Janet Jackson, they said Janet Jackson wanted Pac to take like an HIV test before they did close scenes. Not even like, I mean, they weren't even having sex, you know what I'm saying? But like when they did scenes in the movie, I heard that she wanted him to take a test before he even came on the set. I don't know if he did or not. If that's not true, then leave a comment and let me know. But that's just what I heard.
Smell my punani?
Yeah.
Why'd they show that clip? I guess, I mean, that's the interaction between him and Janet, but there was so many better clips, but this sets the tone for the movie, you know what I mean? Where, like, he thinks he's macking on Janet, and then Janet comes back, and she's like, listen, bro, I'm hip to the game, like, you're not gonna, but she still falls for him, and the movie's a dope movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
Please welcome Tupac Shakur.
Arsenio's like, that was a racy scene. And this is probably when Tupac had the Grand Hills on the cover. I'm a shoe dude, so like when he was on the cover, the inside cover of the Thug Life video, or the Thug Life, maybe it was Thug Life or a different album cover. He had like the Grand Hills that just came out. Everybody was big on the shoes that just came out.
See, I get a feeling there are two Tupacs. I mean, you're this kind, sensitive, friendly guy.
Punani smelling guy.
Yo, and you know what? In my other video I did a Tupac, people were like, yo, he was fake, bro. He had theater. He was an actor and da-da-da. I'd be like, on one hand, I'll be like, well, this is entertainment. So being an actor probably will get you even in your music. You know, everybody's so big on like, yo, he's real. He does what he says he does. Or he says what he does. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to do those things, but people would say Pac was an actor. So Arsenio pointing out that I feel like there's two Tupacs. I mean, wasn't he a Gemini too? Like there sometimes can be your social aspect of you, and then the more private, intimate person. And it's the same person. You're just able to explore yourself a little bit more in your emotions. And Pac was like a sensitive dude. He grew up raised by his mom, and had a lot of figures around him. But like, yeah, he was like that. I think he's a little different than most of like the hardcore. Like he portrayed hardcore thug, whatever, on one side, and then on the other side he's sensitive, kind of like, and people hated on him for that. But that might be just because they're not comfortable with exploring that side of themselves. You don't always have to be so hard, and that anger or whatever you got, sometimes could go towards more positive. It's just, I don't know. I heard somebody say anger is sadness that didn't know where to go. So it might just be this anger built up inside you might just be like something else, and you got to explore that. But people hating on Pac for it. That's all I'm saying. I don't think it's a bad thing.
Yet you're involved in so much controversy, but we'll get to all of it. How's Janet as an actress? How does she do?
She's great. I think she's gonna surprise a lot of people by just being natural, being real, like, girlish. Everybody's expecting her to be rich and act rich, but she handles that. She does that.
Yeah, you got the role every man in America wants.
Right? The Punani smelling roll. Everywhere I go, he's not a Punani, huh? That's you and Janet Jackson. It's killing me.
Punani.
My mother gotta go see that movie, man.
Yeah.
What a weird.
Smell it.
I didn't pick this interview because I knew what it was about, but they're just talking about the movie and stuff. I hope he gets into some other conversation.
Did you get to kiss her?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Is she a good kisser?
Oh yes.
Oh my
yes.
God.
Yes. Yes. I was like, cut, do it again. One more time, John, please. Y'all don't even got a baby. Do it again.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Was her boyfriend on the set?
Right there. He's right there.
Did that intimidate you?
Not intimidate me, but it made me like really want to kiss her. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit. Oh shit. Her boyfriend was right there. I felt like I just wanted to show her. What's up?
Man. Only got one shot, you know what I'm saying? That man right there, you're gonna try to give her a kiss as soon as it's cut anyway, so let me do mine so I know he can't do his. I was kissing her like I wanted something from her, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Yo, this would not go over. This would not go over well today, I'll tell you, because that would be considered like misogyny, and then like, some kind of, the way he's talking on TV about her, they wouldn't go for that anymore. And I don't think it's appropriate either, the way he's talking, but, this is 93. He's speaking his mind, he's being real.
Practicing with 30 wives of bubble gum. She gonna get it.
Oh my God.
I was watching TV this weekend, and there's this whole controversy about the AIDS test. What happened?
Oh, okay, here we go.
Somebody came to my trailer, the director of the film, John. We need you to take an AIDS test because you're gonna kiss Janet. Q-Tip just kissed her. She caught a cold or something. You know what I'm saying? That's what they said. And I was like, well, am I gonna really, do it to her? They said no. I said, well, ain't no need for me to take a test.
Oh,
He
shit.
left. The producer came in. The white guy, you gonna do it? No. You know what I'm saying? He left. Somebody else came in. So, everybody's trying to do a roundabout. My manager, my agent. So far, I was like, no, I'm not taking the test. If I'm gonna get to really lay with her, we could take 4 tests. If she really want to be shown, other than that, it's disrespectful to me. You know what I'm saying? It just made me look at her like, what? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, plus I heard she said I was lying. Her people said I was lying about the test. I don't lie. I'm real, too real. So she need to check that. Check her people and check who said it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I was in the monologue last week talking about this article that was in the paper where the guy killed an officer and then said it was because of your lyrics. I guess the actual tape was in the car or something.
I got it bad, man.
Yeah, it's so much stuff, man.
Got it bad. People just go, who can we get? Who got the craziest name? Tupac. Got him.
When you read that, what did you say?
I said, whoo. I mean, I got beat up by the police before. So to me, I felt like, whoo. But I didn't do it. So I felt like, you know, whatever he got to do to stay out the death penalty or whatever, let him do it. You know, I understand where you're coming from.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
but you know what the judge say?
Yeah.
Mama said lock you up.
Guilty.
Now, wrap that.
Yeah, they're guilty.
Yes.
But the whole bad part is they was bothering me, and I had the vice president on TV talking about taking my record off the shelves, police, you know.
Yeah, this is around the time then when they were doing that. When NWA came out and they were talking about taking their records off the shelf. It's cancel culture's been around for a while. It just evolves into whatever. Like, yeah. Like, I think music and shit can be an influence to you. I mean, you see it all the time, you know, where you got people on drugs and being influenced or listening to music, and then the music is, but they just can't separate entertainment from reality, you know, like you're not going to really do that shit. That's what entertainment's for, to be able to explore that imaginative, creative side without actually doing it, you know what I mean? So even if music videos portray guns and things that might be extreme, it's still a portrayal. It's still some form of entertainment, whether it be bad or good. We don't expect Rambo or Sylvester Stallone to be Rambo off camera, you know, just like, so Pac having this personality where like he's portraying himself as a thug, or he is a thug, whatever, you know, and he put his own definition to thug, and then how we see him off camera maybe, or in other aspects may be different. And I think a lot of people can't separate that with that line, and where they try to take the records off the shelves and da-da-da. And, of course, if you're threatening to kill somebody specifically, you know, especially when government officials feel threatened, you know, stuff like that. But, anyway.
Every time they see me, they think I'm a cop killer. I never kill what I do. Just because somebody just put my name into something. There's really no way, you know, to get around it except to keep struggling. You know, there's people that struggle harder than me and go through things harder than me. So it's a small thing.
You had a suit against a police
It's a small thing, true, too.
department for brutality, right?
Oakland Police Department, they beat me up pretty bad. For nothing. For jaywalking. But it's cool.
For jaywalking?
Yeah, I got revenge on their ass.
You can see Pac jaywalking across the street like, just like.
What was the revenge?
You know, they beat me up in that city, took me to jail. I was back within 2 months doing a major motion picture with Janet Jackson. And they had to protect me. We was hiring them. And I was the star. So, you know, and I was on the set. Police tell me, where you going? I'm telling them, I'm not coming out my trailer till this cop is off the lot. I'm not coming out my trailer doing their scene till he leaves. And they got to make the cop go. Well, the movie can't go on. So I got revenge. Then I left, skied up, and I'm just talking about the police. You know?
Revenge, like that's a cool way of saying it, right? Like it's not like, you know, he said I got revenge, and Arsenio's like, what do you mean you got revenge? He's like, bro, I became successful, and now they work for me, and I think that's a lot of a good mentality to have. I know it's hard, you know, if you're struggling and you know a lot, you feel like things are holding you back, but at the same time, when you succeed, despite all of that, and then Pac like turns the tables, you know, like now I got the power, right? And he's not using his power in a negative way. He's just saying like, I felt a way when I went through that with the police. So like now now my revenge was like, now you guys work for me, and if I don't like one of you guys, I don't have to deal with you. Right, and it's not necessarily out of spite. He's just simply like, I'm not going to be put in a position where I feel uncomfortable around somebody, and I have the power to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's.
When we were talking at the top of the show, first of all, you did a little rap, and
So I just got one quick thing to say. That's where I think. When we're talking about things in the system and the way the system works and systemic policy and shit like that, that's where I feel like occupying. Sometimes people say occupying government spaces, you become one of them, and then you might be tainted or whatever. But at the same time, if you can occupy these spaces and make changes from within, I know people say like, no, you can't do it. You got to resist. You got to revolt. Got it. At the same time, if we can get into those spaces and make these changes the best way we know how, through engagement and like really getting it done, then we should do that too. And I think that's kind of like, it's a small thing about what he said, but it's on a bigger picture. It's occupying spaces that allow you to take that power back and use it appropriately.
It contained the word 9. Now, on the street, that's 9mm.
Right.
Oh.
You gonna get some letters.
Yeah. And I'm wondering, are you concerned that possibly it'll affect box office or record sales because you're too close to the edge, you're too hard?
It's like this. The masses, the hungry people, they outweigh the rich. So as long as I appeal to the hungry and the poverty-stricken people, it's all good. I'm gonna have a job for life. It's these rich people who worried about the fooling the poor people. Everybody knows crime out there. Everybody know what type of situation we in the streets. All I'm doing is showing you and telling you. You know what I'm saying? Why get mad at the brother that bring you the news? Get mad at the person that's making it happen.
Oh.
It's like, you know.
Right, but when the news comes with a bias, like, because now we live in a world where, like, the media is just entertainment in itself, you know what I mean? So bringing the real news versus bringing, and I'm not saying Pac's not bringing the real news, I'm just saying that wouldn't have held up today because people be like, well, the media be fucking shit up, like, where they said this whole, pandemic thing, be like, if it wasn't for the media hyping it, we might have been responding to it better, you know what I'm saying?
You know, there's a weird game that goes on because now, as a result of your art, you're becoming one of the rich.
Yes. Not rich, but they giving me checks more often. But they got this cool way to keep a brother broke. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, I got like 7 lawsuits against me for nothing. But I still got to pay the lawyers, still got to pay everybody to go to court, still got to pay for a bodyguard. Because now they say I got to have one. You know, I still got to pay. You know, it's just more bills. They give me more checks, but they also give me more bills.
Yeah.
People stealing my car, you know, all that type, stealing my radio. I just got my little radio store. I had to get another one, but it's cool. I'm gonna find who got my radio, trust me.
Oh, shit.
I got a low jack on it. I'm gonna find it. Matter of fact, let me see where your stereo is.
Hey, it's not me, man. It's not me. We also were talking about this movement in the music business back to marijuana. Everybody from Dr. Dre, whose album is called The Chronic, to Black Crows. Let me play devil's advocate. Is this irresponsible considering we have kids who enjoy the music?
People don't understand when an interviewer or a commentator uses devil's advocate in making a point. Like, sometimes I say stuff, it's not that I personally think this, and I'll be in conversations with people about politics or whatever, and I will say, oh, so what you're saying is da-da-da-da-da-da. Or I'll ask a question from a different perspective. That doesn't mean that's how I think. I'm just kind of like, you got to put it out there. You got to paint the picture. Because if you got somebody that thinks one way, you can't always be in a conversation with somebody who agrees with you. But if you mostly agree with somebody, then sometimes you got to play devil's advocate. Be like, one of you has got to be like, yo, but what about this? Let's just look at it from this perspective. Let's just say, and that's what I like when interviewers do that. And you can pick the line, like he says, let me play devil's advocate, versus just putting it out there where you think it might be his point of view. He's just putting it out there as a devil's advocate versus, his particular point of view, and he's talking to Pac. So anyway, I talk too much. My bad.
Well, it's like this. It's like parents have to do their job. You rappers, we can only do.
So what
business back to marijuana. Everybody from Dr. Dre, whose album is called The Chronic, to Black Crows.
But everything we know about weed now and marijuana now is that, all the good purposes, all the good things about it, like, this is the question's completely outdated because, like, it's not about, but weed is the least of anyone's worries, right? The legal stuff, cigarettes and alcohol and pills are like the worst, whereas the weed is like, we're starting to realize as a society, like, yeah, bro, are you serious? Like, weed, like, come on.
Let me play devil's advocate. Is this irresponsible considering we have kids who enjoy the music?
Well, it's like this. It's like parents have to do their job. You rappers, we can only do things rappers, like Charles Barkley said. He play ball. Y'all be parents, and it's like that. It's we rapping about how we feel. We really do smoke weed. We really do see that as a way for us to calm these riots that we hear in our head. You know what I'm saying? So it's like. So our job is to talk to the youth. When we talking to the youth, we tell them, man, we got it bad. When we sitting here smoking this weed, trying to get through it. You know what I'm saying? It's telling them, stop killing each other, man. Let's just smoke a blunt. You know what I'm saying? Let's smoke a blunt.
Yeah, you know, Jay-Z said, I'm riding around just giving you the news from my point of view. And who would you be if you were lying about what you were doing? Like, hey man, this is what I do. Bad or good, we all have vices. We all have things that we use to cope. Weed is the least of anyone's worries now, and I'm sure most of you guys would agree that it is the least. But this is what he's saying. It goes along the lines of, can you be influenced, right? And you know, I have a problem. I know a lot of artists have a problem with, you know, these rappers and stuff, you know, promoting drugs and syrup and things like that. And yeah, you know, you could influence a population, and that goes back to the record labels being involved in the process and knowing, you know. But at the same time, Pac's right, and you got parents, but some people don't grow up with parents, and they're not able to be educated on things like that. So that's another thing. Shit, that's a deep conversation, because then you got people that say it's systemically purposeful to leave certain groups without their father figure or in their life, and shit, that's a deep ass conversation.
We tell them, man, we got it bad, but we sitting here smoking this weed trying to get through it. You know what I'm saying? It's telling them, stop killing each other, man. Let's just smoke a blunt. You know what I'm saying? Let's smoke a blunt.
Yeah.
If you stress, let's smoke a blunt. You know what I'm saying?
Anti-violence, pro-blunt. Is that it?
Pro-blunt.
Yeah. Now, what will you tell your first son?
Like my mama told me, if you want to get high with me. You know what I'm saying? And my mama a Panther, and I sat and got high with my mama.
I'm sorry, a
Black Panther? A Black Panther. I sat and got high with my mama and could go out in the streets and tell my friends, that ain't weed. Y'all smoking some angel dust or something, that ain't weed. Because my mama told me what
see?
weed was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like he's saying, like his mom educated. So even though he didn't have a father figure in his life, but there was somebody there to guide him, be like a warning label. Like, and he learned early on what things were. Just got to be honest with your kids. Not give them too much, but not leave them ignorant, because that's not going to do nothing. But if they hear something, they're going to want to seek it out and find out what it is anyway. And maybe they find out in the wrong way. So, you know, as much as you can, be involved in your child's life to help them learn. You know, I heard a long time ago, one of my favorite artists here in Charlotte, De Niro Ferrar, I got a chance to meet with him just at a local store. We were shopping. I was like, yo, babe, that's De Niro. And I went up and talked to him. I had my son. He was like 2 years old. And I said, what do you think about the education system and what we know is truth, or what we're supposed to teach our children as truth? Because I've seen he had kids. And he literally just told me, man, you can't make them do anything. The only thing you can do is expose them to the truth, or expose them to things, and let them make their choices and decisions based on what you expose them to and how you educate them. So that was real deep, and that's sit with me now. I mean, I think I ran into this dude like 5-6 years ago. And about 5 years ago, because my son was still in my arms. Yeah, so shout out to De Niro Ferrar, one of my favorite artists, which is cool because I compare him to Pac. He's got Pac energy, like revolutionary, still fun, always smiling. Like, if you got a chance to check out De Niro Ferrar, he's from Charlotte, North Carolina. Dope as fuck. Pac energy for sure.
And so I could help my friends so they wouldn't be messing with mysterious drugs. Because there's drugs out there and people doing them. Coffee is a drug. You know what I'm saying? It's just that young people don't drink coffee.
I'm glad Coke is out. Coke is out, right?
And that's the whole cool. That's
I'm
what
glad
we should be
Coke
cheering.
is out.
We're not talking about doing no Coke. No, we're
Crack.
not talking about doing Coke. But if anybody do Coke, they ostracizing this business.
Can marijuana lead to something harder?
No.
Okay. You're going to rap for us?
Oh, for sure.
Tupac. Shakur. Coming right back.
I'm going to check out the video here in a second. Let me go to the Arsenio Hall. I'm going to mute this for a second while I go. I'm going to actually go check out the performance here, because I think it was Holler If You Hear Me. Yeah. Performance Arsenio Hall performance. Yeah. So what was that last thing he said? Hold on a second. I want to go back to this last thing he said right here.
We're not talking about doing Coke, but if
Oh
anybody,
yeah. You don't hear no rappers talking about doing crack. Like, not one person is like, yeah, we smoke this crack like every night. Da 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 da. Yeah, there's no rapping about that. It's the fun stuff, and yeah, he's right. I mean, now if only Pac was around now, and he saw like the syrup and the pills and stuff, I don't think he'd be into it at all. But whatever. That's what, like you said, drugs are being done. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do about it? Is it I Get Around? Oh, he did I Get Around on Arsenio Hall or Pain? Let's check out Pain. 5. I like Thug Life Tupac. Like I had the Thug Life Volume 1 album, and I liked when Pac was with his crew. Like they were just, it was awesome. I mean, I liked a lot of stuff off of Strictly, like with Tretch and Apache. Like that was dope. I even think there was a song with Queen Latifah on there. I was really into Tupac growing up, like hard. I was maybe like 16, 17 when I first heard him, and it was on from there. Everything he said, he was just, it was dope. Like he's hard, but he's got that cool side, you know what I mean? I really related to his character. I had to feed my fucking family. At an early age. Now I ain't going back to court. 23, so much pain. This is a different version of that Pain. This is with Thug Life. So the original Pain gives me chills. Like, they never take me alive. And it comes in, they never take me alive. Oh, man. Yeah. I wish Pac would have kept going with Thug Life, man. I wish, like, he had him on the All Eyes on Me album when he got out of jail. But if they had put out a Thug Life Volume 2 and Pac would have waited a little bit before he signed with Death Row, or maybe, I don't know, man. I don't know what happened with that, but it's just like Eminem and D12, where Royce the 5'9", I wish Royce and Eminem would have done more versus creating D12. And I wish Pac and Thug Life would have done more versus coming out of Death Row. Because I loved Pac, All Eyes on Me, Machiavelli, all of them. All Eyes on Me was the first double rap album, you know what I mean? That went platinum. But I prefer the strictly Me Against the World Pac, for sure. Thug Life. They had such a vibe. I mean, it's like Eminem and Royce or Eminem and D12. There's it's that chemistry on stage between the artists. And that's why I've always wanted to be, I never really wanted to be a solo artist. I always liked doing group dynamics. I always liked having 2 or 3 other MCs with me. My group, Dominate, we had 5 people in the group. And we would go out to the open mics like 5 deep, like just all of us on the mic. It was great. Just passion, I'm a nut. Stress getting major. Communicating through my pager. Like, oh man, Pac. Yo, I don't know what Pac would have been. If you see these artists, you see Jay-Z continuing, like Jay-Z, Nas, the artists that were still around when Pac was around. I wonder what Pac would have, where he would have fit in this whole right now, like 2022 or like 2 years ago. Like he had spoke about Donald Trump in 93, 96, you know? So I wonder where his point of view and perspective would be now. That's why I kind of try to find artists that remind me of Pac and that, who have like that Pac vibe, you know what I mean? Because then I get to follow that artist and see where their mind goes and see where their art goes. And I think it's just dope, you know? I'm a big fan of music, big fan of intellectual, like revolutionary type shit, you know? Like I dig it. I talk too much. My bad, guys. Anyway, thanks for checking this out. This was the Arsenio Hall performance of Tupac. I don't think this is the same one as the interview I just did. That must have been a different performance. But either way, I reacted to it. And that's it. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to go for 1,000 subscribers by the end of the week, and I think I could do it. So if you guys are checking me out for the first time, look at some of my other videos. I have interviews, I have music videos, I have funny stuff, you know. Give me a sub and shoot me a message in the comments. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.
Look, the people you are after are the people you depend on. We cook your meals, we haul your trash, we connect your calls, we drive your ambulances, we guard you while you sleep. Do not fault us.